Hello students, in this video we are going to talk about fuel cells. Okay, let us learn what are fuel cells. You all know that what are fossil fuels. The fuel means we usually get it from fossil fuels only. Okay, the fuels what we are using now that we are get from fossil fuels. That is whichever that we are getting from earth crust by drilling or by mining. That is petroleum, coal and all. There we use these in thermal power station and these are having chemicals. Okay, these are actually made up of chemicals only. So these chemical energy is converted to electrical energy. Okay, when we use this means when you use these fossil fuels in thermal power stations, what are the disadvantages? Why do we need to go to fuel cells? Because there are some advantages over this fuel cells. You have some advantages. Okay, about that we will talk about in the next what is it, after this disadvantages, then we will just go with the fuel cells. Okay, so when you do this with this fossil fuels, there is the first thing is it creates noise pollution, because you need to go with the more of that, you need to run the machines, right? So it will create more of noise, so it leads to noise pollution. Number two, it will create or it creates, definitely it's a chemical, fossil fuels, no, creates air pollution, isn't it? And then in the surroundings, in the atmosphere, it will give away all that gaseous states, gaseous impurities that will lead to air pollution. At last, the next one what we are going to talk about is its efficiency. The efficiency, when you talk say about this thermal power stations wherein fossil fuels are used to get that electricity, the efficiency is only less. It's not that much high. So you could say that it is very less only. Okay. That means, what about the next one? What is the alternative? That is what we are going to see about the fuel cells. Here, in the fuel cells, they are made up of actually hydrogen and oxygen. Generally, we go with the hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, so we'll just go with that. What is that fuel cells made up of? So I write down why hydrogen and oxygen fuel cells are, okay, cells are advantageous over fossil fuels. That is fossil fuel where we are using in thermal power station. What are they? Okay, if you come to know this, you will write down that. It will be easy for you to talk about this one. Actually, when what is that you are getting, no, in this, you to produces water. The water is produced. The water produced is actually can be used as the drinking water in spaceships and all. Remember that. Okay, so it produces that water. From that what you are doing, we are taking that water is heated, so it becomes steam, and then it gives energy. It is converted to electricity. That is energy in the form of electricity. Okay, so the steam is converted to electricity. Here you remember this, water produced, okay, that produced is used in, converted to steam. That steam is run as a turbine. Okay, the turbine what you are running only, you will produce that, it will produce electricity. Okay, in this case you feel that you can find that there is no noise pollution. It doesn't create noise pollution. So no noise, I could say that no noise pollution. Okay. In the same way, it doesn't cause air pollution. No air pollution. Okay. And also, the efficiency become more. The efficiency become more. Not less, no, so obviously more. So these are the advantages of using fuel cells. Okay, what are fuel cells? They are actually galvanic cells. You know what are galvanic cells is? Now we have learnt about electrochemical cells. Okay, the galvanic cells, in which electrochemical cells only, no, so are electrochemical cells. electrochemical cells, wherein electrical energy is, you are getting that electrical energy. How? From the chemical energy. So, our electrochemical cells wherein combustion takes place, okay, and it produces electricity. Is it clear? So, the electricity is produced. Combustion takes place and electricity is produced. So, this is what happening in fuel cells. Let us go with the construction of the fuel cells. Okay, I will draw about that how it is usually the fuel cells are. Okay, the fuel cells, it is constructed in such a way. I can draw it and show it to you in this way. That is, it's going to be within the container. Okay, and it has inlet. There are two inlets for sending that oxygen and hydrogen inside. Okay, let me write down as hydrogen and oxygen. And this is again actually connected in this way. Okay, it is a container made up of this. And you have two electrodes. Two electrodes. The electrodes are anode and cathode. Okay, and then you have an outlet over here through which water would be produced. Okay, and this electrode, I said no, the electrode what you are using here, it is actually made up of graphite and it is coated with the platinum. Graphite coated with platinum. Why actually it is coated with the platinum? Because platinum absorbs hydrogen easily. Okay, we are going to send up, what is that? Hydrogen only. So for that case we are using this. And inside which you are going to take, what is that you are taking inside is KOH solution. The electrolyte is going to be KOH. So the equation would be K plus and OH minus for potassium hydroxide. What is happening here? What is that? Electrochemical cell means definitely you must be able to, you have to know that it is, there are some chemical reactions going on within that at cathode and anode. Isn't it? There is some chemical reaction going on with the cathode and anode. What is that? We will see. Okay, let us go with that. See, in that fuel cell, you can use, instead of hydrogen and oxygen, instead of hydrogen, I write down what is that you can replace. Instead of hydrogen, you can use, instead of hydrogen, I write over here, instead of hydrogen, you can use methane. You can use methane, okay, carbon dioxide, or even you can use methanol. Okay, etc. We can say some of them like that. Okay, in that way, we can use, instead of oxygen, okay, instead of oxygen, we can use, okay, oxygen, we can use air, then hydrogen peroxide, or even ozone. So, any of these three can be used. Any of these, etc. I have written like that. Any of them can be used. Right. What is that? Other electrodes, I have given that graphite coated with the platinum. In that way, you can use, instead of platinum electrode, you can use some other electrodes also. So instead of graphite, I write whatever that is possible to use over here. Okay, that is the thing. Other electrodes are what we are using. The platinum electrode as such you can use. Okay, and then made up of Teflon. Electrodes made up of Teflon, and as well the porous carbon can be used. So these are again can be changed. So remember the alternatives. What are the alternatives we can use in this fuel cells? Okay. Now, what is the principle behind it? In this, what is the principle behind this? We are going to see. The principle is actually H2 is going to react with oxygen and it is going to give water. So from that water only the production, we are going to use that electrical energy. We are converting them into electrical energy. We are converting that into steam, then to, what is that? You are going to get that electrical energy, right? Hydrogen plus oxygen gives you water. This is actual, what is that? 2H2 plus that and all balancing you must be knowing. Okay. Now, what is happening at reaction at cathode? We write first. Reaction at, this is, I draw that and show you that this is connected and this is also connected to, one is connected to anode, the other one is connected to cathode. Okay, we know anode is the oxidation happening and cathode where reduction happens. Okay, with that we will just proceed. So reaction at anode is always, okay, let me write down, it is actually loss of electrons. Okay, H2, hydrogen you are sending it inside now, here through this you are sending it inside now, it becomes H plus first and it liberates electron. Okay, there are two H plus now because H2 and it means H and H. So H plus and H plus, there are two electrons produced, right? The two electrons are only used to conduct the, it will be conducting, flowing of electrons happening over there. Okay, the electrons will flow and you could see that will in turn conduct electricity. Okay, so the electrons go inside. That H plus, what it will do, it is going to become H plus. I said no, that H plus then take that OH minus ions which is present in the KOH and it becomes water. OH minus from KOH. K plus and OH are there, isn't it? Inside which you have K plus and OH minus. Takes that OH and becomes water. In turn, what oxygen does, it takes that water, okay, and with the two electrons that is produced from hydrogen, it takes that electrons and also it reacts with water and it becomes OH minus ions to balance that KOH. Wherein that KOH balance has to happen. No? So that happening going on, that equilibrium is maintained. So hydrogen, what it does actually, it becomes, takes that OH minus ions, okay, OH minus ions and it becomes water and also leaves electron. Okay, let us first, what is it, balance this equation, that H2 wasn't it, H2O. We have to write down, there are electrons, how many electrons are to be, that because they need to balance with the cathode also. So let me write down the reaction at cathode, then you can balance the equation because the electron has to be cancelled. So at cathode what happens, it takes oxygen, reacts with water and also with some of electrons. Produced is actually 2 electrons. I said no because the 2 electrons are produced. That's the reason I put 2 here. And then the 2 electrons means you have to write down here 2 OH. Then only it gets balanced and it becomes OH minus ion. Further it becomes a OH minus ion. So what happened here, it is going to be OH minus and here overall reaction we write, overall reaction. That means in that case you need to take away whatever is common on both sides. You need to check these 2 electrons and 2 electrons get cancelled. So the overall reaction becomes, okay, H2 plus O2, okay, O2. Even this water gets cancelled, right? Here there are one, here it is balanced, means the 2 have hydrogen balanced, 2 OH, 2 electron. Then water, it should be 2 H2O. In that case, here one water, isn't it? This water and this also get cancelled. Okay, H2 plus O2 and it becomes H2O because one water get cancelled. So H2 plus O2 gives only H2O. This is a final reaction. So what is that we have got it here is the same, no? So here we need to balance it. Oxygen is not balanced, right? Because here if I put half only, this becomes 2 electrons, H2, half oxygen, it is, we are getting it from here, so 2 oxygen. That means here 1 and here 1, 2. So half oxygen. So let me write down half O2. Okay, so the answer is, sorry, it was not visible, right? H2, half O2. I just balanced it here. Okay, on balancing this, you get half O2 plus H2O plus 2 electrons gives 2 OH minus, and you are just striking it off 1 water with this. Okay, 1 water will go off. So the remaining is H2 plus half O2 gives H2O. This is the final equation, and thus the electricity is produced from here. Is it clear? So the electricity finally produced. Understood? So this is what we are actually about fuel cells. Please go through this, children. The fuel cells are actually important, and you have numericals also in this. That's very important. Okay, let us go to that numericals in the next video. Hope you have understood, children. Thank you.